Hi everybody, my name is Cordier Delgado McIntyre, and today we will be discussing how an athletic program success can be a major contributor to revenue generation and lower tuition costs at a university. Specifically, we'll be talking about Southern Connecticut State University. Southern Connecticut State University is currently facing a $33 million deficit. Major contributors to the deficit are low enrollment rates, low retention rates, and high employee operating costs. To fix the problem, Southern Connecticut State has committed to a hiring freeze, which prevents the university from overspending on employee salaries. On the other end, unfortunately, the university is focused on cutting the less essential positions. Also, the university is cutting budgets. Each department has a less amount of budget that they can spend per fiscal year. Overspending on the budget has been a problem in the past that has led to the current deficit. Where the athletic program comes into play is the athletic program is one of the biggest departments at the university. The athletic department brings in the most students. The athletic department can fix the problem by bringing in more out-of-state enrollees. Out-of-state tuition costs way more than in-state tuition, which means out-of-state enrollees will create revenue for the university, which will in turn decrease the cost of tuition, and they'll also increase enrollment. Southern Connecticut State is known as the best low-cost, high-value option. By decreasing tuition, Southern Connecticut State can increase the revenue by bringing in more students. On the other end, we have to ask, why might the athletic program be struggling with retention and enrollment? A part of it, coming from a football background, coaching football and playing football, I understand wins and losses matter. A lot of students now, especially with the transfer portal, leave because they are unsatisfied with the program status. Coming from a football background, a financial background, and also a student background, I understand that the university and other people outside of athletics is not very focused on athletics. Athletics is not the most important thing to talk about, and there's better things to talk about. But I also understand how athletics can help the problem. I understand that students who are not athletes love a great experience at a university. They want to feel welcome, they want to feel the community, and they want to get the bang for their buck. A part of creating a great experience is through things like Student Appreciation Day, homecoming, spring concerts, and athletic success, athletic wins, athletic parties, and athletic events. I understand, at least coming from a football background, that the more an athletic team wins, the more people are in the stands, the more ticket sales there are, and the more people who are watching online, which also creates more revenue for the university through a subscription. Coming from a football background, like I said, I understand that about 70-80% of the 100 players come from out of state. I also understand that the team is going through a change with this current head coach status. By bringing in a head coach, it could change the culture of the university and create a winning atmosphere, which means more people will be willing to come out to the game to see a winning product, meaning that more ticket sales will lead to more visitors and also more subscriptions. For a student who is not an athlete, they will feel more inclined to come to a game to feel more perceptible to being a part of a community. Overall, I understand that being the biggest department, one of the biggest departments at Southern Connecticut State University, the athletic department plays a major role in the tuition costs. If the athletic department cannot keep its players and keep its athletes steady, stable, and happy, then it affects the bottom line of other students who are trying to attend Southern Connecticut State University, even if they don't care about football, basketball, or any of the other athletic programs. I believe it is the athletic program's role to win, to create success, to create happiness, because everybody wants to be a part of a winning product. On the other end, it is the athletic program's role to bring in more out-of-state enrollees, because the way that the athletic program can hurt the university and raise tuition costs is by improving its facilities, which Southern Connecticut State University has not done, and by offering more scholarships, which Southern Connecticut State University cannot do because it is a state school. Overall, the athletic program can create success and bringing more out-of-state enrollees to increase the revenue of Southern Connecticut State University, which in turn helps the enrollment numbers, creates happiness, which affects the retention rates, and overall, it improves the state of Southern Connecticut State University's financial situation. Thank you.